So I'll go ahead and ring the bell. All right, welcome everybody to our April 29th Zoom meeting for the Rotary Club of Newport. This is Zoom meeting number 50, the big 50, and fittingly, it's our last Zoom only meeting. So next week we'll have a hybrid option at the Best Western, live and in person, which is really exciting. I'm really looking forward to that. So John is going to be sending out a email for RSVPing to that next Thursday's meeting. If you'd like to attend in person, we need to let the Best Western know how many people we have coming by Monday at 5. So when you get that email, if you could just respond and let John know the tally, that would be great. We'll get that over to them and make sure we have food for everybody. I think based on the initial survey, I think we should have around 25. So that's not a bad start for getting back to meeting in person. So let's see, I guess next is the pledge. Let's see, any volunteers to do the pledge? There's Guy. How about Guy? Guy, you want to lead us in the pledge? If he can hear us. Are you there, Guy?
I'll do it, Freddie.
Okay.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Thank you, Dave. Much appreciated. So a couple announcements. Let's see, I mentioned the in-person meeting next Thursday, but I don't think I mentioned the food option. We're having boxed lunch. They're unable to serve individual plated lunches, so they're going to give us a club sandwich, chips, and water. So we will have lunch available next Thursday also. Do we have any general announcements? We got a video from District Governor-elect Jerry Kosanovich that he wanted me to share with you on some upcoming Rotary functions. So John, you want to go ahead and play that video?
Greetings, Rotarians. District Governor-elect Jerry Kosanovich here to promote some really cool events in our Rotary future. As you know, the 2021 theme of Rotary International President Holgar this year is Rotary Opens Doors. So I want to open the door to 3 upcoming events that will provide you and club members with wonderful opportunities to grow as Rotarians, where you can translate training into action. First, the district's club assembly will take place virtually on Saturday, May 15th. It's a one-day event with a great buffet of options for club members. The curriculum presents a wide range of topics of interest to every Rotarian. This is especially true for club leaders and board members. Registration is easy. Just go to DACDB, and after you sign in, select District from the menu on the top, then select the calendar icon, scroll down to the Club Training Assembly on May 15th and enter your data. You choose the courses you want and the times you want. Slick and simple. I think you'll be impressed with the diversity of the 1-hour courses. All are available one day, Saturday, May 15th. The second door I'm promoting is the Rotary International Virtual Convention. This event was to take place in person in Taipei, Taiwan, but the pandemic has forced another digital event upon us. But the good news, you can attend this grand international event from the comfort of your home. The Rotary International Virtual Convention will occur from June 12th to June 16th. You'll have the opportunity to meet Rotarians from around the world. with translators available to help you communicate with just about everybody. You can engage in fellowship opportunities to make new friends, learn about Rotary in all corners of the globe, and help advance peace and understanding to others. Go to the Rotary International website to your My Rotary account to register. It's only $45 for the entire event. Believe me, you will really enjoy this Rotary International event. The third and final door that I am promoting is, and I want you to put on your calendar, is the annual District 5110 Celebration Conference. Because of the pandemic, District Governor Cindy O'Meal has moved the event from May 30th to August 27th and 28th. At this time, it is anticipated that we will meet in person at the Deschutes Expo Center in Bend, Oregon. More information regarding this celebration event will be forthcoming, so stay tuned to your email. But first, register for free for the May 15th Club Assembly. There are great topics to choose from, and you will find valuable resources for the individual member. Thanks for listening. Grow professionally and grow Rotary.
All right, well, thanks for playing that, John. I think those are some great events, and I think the district celebration in Bend ought to be a lot of fun. We're also holding the four-way test speech finals in August at that event. So put it on your calendar. Hope everyone can make those meetings. Let's see, I have a few things before we get into the program from today in history. April 29th, 1862, New Orleans falls to the Union forces during the U.S. Civil War. 1975, U.S. begins to evacuate its citizens from Saigon in Operation Frequent Wind in response to advancing North Vietnamese forces, bringing an end to the U.S. involvement in the war. And 1992, jury acquits Los Angeles Police Department officers on charges of excessive force in the beating of Rodney King. The decision sparks massive riots in the city. Hard to believe that was 29 years ago, actually. So. Let's see, with that, I think I will turn things over to our Sergeant at Arms, Bob. Yep, I think you're muted, Bob.
You're really quiet, Bob. You're muted.
He is quiet today.
Yeah, that's sort of pleasant.
There he goes.
You want me to do the whole thing muted? Anyway, that was a joke. That was a joke. How are you doing, Peggy and Jim? Anybody want to say something?
Well, we're not doing too bad, considering the fact that I made it through 3 years with this old gal.
Oh my God, you have?
That was yesterday. We made it actually through a dinner down at Clearwater. We got along pretty well until we drank too much at the Best Western. So
That doesn't make you bad.
we partied hardy.
So you had an anniversary yesterday.
Yes, we did.
You sound very proud, Jim.
Oh boy, I am.
How proud are you?
About $100 a piece for our Paul Harris.
Holy, jumping up and down. That is proud. Well,
Yeah.
thank you very much.
We hope to make it 4.
Peggy, how are you putting up with him?
You know, it's a trial by error every single day.
I see.
Yeah, I think he's a lot better than I am in some ways, so I'll give him that, and we really are happy. We really are.
Boy, I don't think he's any better than you, but it's just one man's opinion.
Thanks a
Well,
lot.
good. I'm very, very proud of you. Brian, you just have that look on your face like you want to say something, but you don't know what to say. Is Brian?
Are you talking to me?
I'm
No,
talking to Brian. Brian Gardner.
Yes, I'm having some audio problems, so I can't hear much. I'm not sure if you can hear me.
Well, we
Yeah,
can
we-
hear you just fine.
So that was the look on my face, is I can't hear hardly anything.
That's a convenient, yeah, that's very convenient. What does your wife say about that? Don't they call that selective hearing?
Yeah, luckily she's not here.
That's too bad. Well, I guess we'll let you get by. Jeff Peterson, where have you been?
I'm here.
I see you here.
Yep.
You haven't been with us for a while.
Yeah, I've been here every week, seems like.
Yeah, well, I think you missed the week of the 19th.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably too, yeah.
Yeah.
I had a birthday.
Oh, you did?
Yes, I did. So I'm gonna do $100 for my Paul Harris.
My God, you guys are a lively crowd.
Yay.
Yeah. Diane, you've got something to say. I know you do.
I always have something to say, Bob.
That's what I was going to bring up.
You don't know this, but when I was 11 months old, my dad said, "You started talking and you haven't stopped." And it's true, Bob. I'd like to be $5 happy just because it's sunny out. I like it.
Well, by golly, you know, if we all felt that way, we'd have a lot more money than what we do. But yeah, well, good for you. Yeah. D-Mart, since we're just going around a little bit asking people how they're doing, how are you doing?
Hang on, Bob. Let me turn you on here. I'm doing fine, Bob. How are you doing?
Well, I'm doing fine too. In fact, I'm doing every bit as fine as you. How fine are we doing?
Well, if we're both doing fine, we both need to pay, right?
That's the way I interpret it. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I'll match
how
whatever
much.
you give, Bob.
No, I would use you give first.
I'll give well, this is my opportunity to find you, so I'll give $100 to my Paul Harris.
Oh God, D-Mart. All right, I'll give $100 too. That didn't work out the way it was supposed to. Has anybody else got any happy dollars? Sonia, I think you still owe something.
No, you happen to miss my birthday day,
Well,
and so you missed it when I donated for that.
Yeah, but what about Jim's birthday?
That was back in December.
Did you give anything back in December? Really? Well, by golly, maybe I missed your birthday. Say that again.
All right, I will give, you're right. I did not give anything for Jim's birthday. Although I am very happy that Jim is here and in my life and with us every day. So let's see, I will give, Jim, since I missed your birthday, we'll do $58 to the Seize the Day fund.
Oh my God, Jim. Sonia, that's very, very generous of you. Has anybody else got anything that they would like to say? Keith, I can tell you've got something you want to say.
Well, yeah, I'll give $5 when I logged on. I made the mistake of looking out the window, and by golly, there's these migrating shorebirds that normally are down on the shoreline right by the beach that decided to come up and I guess whatever they call it, insecticide, picking up a bunch of critters off our line. So we had some whimbrels that hadn't been shot, so I had to run down and shoot some whimbrels. So there was 5 of them down on the grass, so I'll give $5 for each of the whimbrels that were visiting our place right now.
Well, that's very nice of you. And you were just out kind of strolling around and saw all this.
Well, actually, I just looked out my window. They're right between us and the beach, so they come up here on the grass, and first time we'd seen those. So at least here on the up by our house.
Well, good. Maybe spring is springing then, huh? Yeah. Well, hopefully. Anybody else? Oh, Sandy, you're kind of waving your arms like you got something to say.
Yes, and I'm sorry I'm in silhouette, but the sun's on my back and it feels too good to move.
There you go. Wait until tomorrow.
That's a good idea. I am going to give $100 to my Paul Harris for, I can see the end of the line for the restoration of the fixer-upper I bought in February. And we're now down to siding on the outside and painting. I cannot believe it.
Oh, wow.
Yes,
Well, good for you and congratulations.
thanks. Yes,
Yeah. How much are you giving?
100 to my Paul Harris.
Oh my gosh, yeah, thank you. That's very nice. Anybody else? Yeah, Brian, I knew you had something to say.
I think I got it fixed. I am $25 happy because we are almost done cleaning the high school track, which has been a much bigger job than I anticipated when we got started. But we're within like 60 meters of getting it cleaned off. Track season's going great, and the kids are having a good time in the nice weather.
You know, I'm just curious, Brian, how are you cleaning them? What are you doing?
This isn't my business, so I guess I can say it. FX let us have a couple power washer machines as well as 2 scrubbers. So they have this circular scrubbing, and one of them has jets on the front, because it's not just grime. All those little rubber pellets from the football field have become dust, a lot of it, and it has made a slick coat on the top of that track, which was making it really hard to keep traction going around the corners and all. But those scrubbers work great.
Mm-hmm. Well, I got to find you $5 for advertising for Ground Fix. So, all right. Anybody else? Hey, Freddie, I suppose I better turn it over to you before somebody says something. So back to you. Thank you very much, Rotarians, for your very, very generous day.
Yeah, that was some effective fundraising, Bob. I think that might have been a record, at least for our Zoom meetings. That's pretty fitting.
Thanks, Dietmar.
Yeah, well done. You'll have to call on Dietmar more often.
No, no.
All right, so I have a little contest for our 50th Zoom meeting. I've got 2 Rotary hats to give away. And this is a trivia contest with 3 real news headlines and 1 fake news headline. And the first 2 to chat in the right answer for the fake headline will win a Rotary hat. So here we go. The first headline is A. Polar bears are mating with grizzlies to become Pizzly bears. B. Arizona town protests plant-based meat with a Beyond Meat food fight. Let's see, that didn't sound exactly right when I read it. Let me read that one again. So B is an Arizona town protests plant-based meat with a Beyond Meat food fight. C is creature terrorizing Poland town turns out to be a croissant stuck in a tree. And D, Tyrannosaurus Rex walks surprisingly slowly, a new study finds. So everybody get those? See, we have a couple answers here to go through the chat. Boy, let's see. So the correct, the fake headline is B, Arizona town protests plant-based meat with a Beyond Meat food fight. So the first 2 who got B will have to go back and read, but congratulations, you won a Rotary hat. So with that, I'll go ahead and turn things over to our program, our Raina, our program of Students of the Month. So Raina, I'll turn it over to you.
Thank you. And I'd like to pay Brian's $5 fine too, since he's the one doing all of the lovely volunteer work along with our coaches to make that track happen. So our first Student of the Month that's going to speak today is Danica Simon. Danica is the daughter of Tony and Mindy Simon, and she is a 4.0 student, IB diploma candidate, one of our valedictorians. She's very involved in theater and music, and when you ask her what she plans to do after high school, it really ranges from excelling in physics and math or in theater. So 2 really different fields. So congratulations, Danica. I'll let you take it away.
Hello, everyone. Hopefully you can hear me. I'm very honored to be here today. I actually live in Waldport, but I transferred to the Newport school system in 6th grade and have just been here ever since. I've also participated in many community activities in Newport throughout my entire life. I am the youngest in my family with one older brother, Drake Simon, which some of you may know. My brother has left a big mark on the community here, and I have had some very big shoes to fill. There have been a couple of times when people only refer to me as Drake's little sister. Like, I don't mind being called that. Like, I can actually use it to just like hold it over my brother's head just to help my case sometimes, you know. But I'm also very involved with the local theater community here in Newport. My first ever theater production was Oliveira, produced by Porthole Players in 2008. I was 5 years old. Ever since then, I've been stuck on performing. I'm sure my parents love that so much. Aside from being on the stage, I've also tinkered in other aspects of theater. About 3 years ago, I played in the pit orchestra for Coastal Act Productions' Beauty and the Beast. I played the oboe part, but I transposed it and I actually played the clarinet for that part. And then the year after that, I was the assistant light operator for Cap's The Little Mermaid. And then last year, I was actually, before the whole pandemic, I was the light operator for Cinderella, if you saw that. Well, if you were able to see it, it's because I turned the lights on, so I made that happen for you. And then a couple of years ago, I took the Oregon Council for the Arts sound class, which was a 6-week program that just taught everyone a little bit about the sound system at the PAC. So I guess you could say I've explored a little bit of the theater world. I've also been really involved with the dance scene in Newport. I started dance when I was 2.5 years old. It's very important to include the half because my dance teacher technically didn't accept students until they were 3. So I felt very special being the exception. I started at the Newport School of Artistic Movement and I studied there for about 11 years. 4 of those years, I was also a part of the Pacific Dance Ensemble Company. But then after going to a dance intensive one summer and learning some basic tap moves, I discovered that I love tap. So I started taking some classes at Dance and All That Jazz, and I'm still there. I'm currently a part of the TJ Hoofers, and I'm also teaching a contemporary class once a week there. And actually yesterday was my last class as a teacher there. And then another art form that I've done a lot with is music. My mother actually required me to learn an instrument when I was starting into 6th grade band. And then after going to a Newport Symphony concert, I declared that I liked the oboe the best just from that one performance. But my grandmother, who was a former oboist, didn't want me to go through all the double reed challenges. So she suggested I at least start on clarinet. So I did that. And I love clarinet. I think it's one of the most beautiful instruments ever, but I still had this inkling to learn oboe. So I found someone in the district who was willing to loan me her oboe. In my sophomore year of high school, I started to play the oboe. Now I kind of switch between the two of them in all of the high school's bands I'm involved in. And actually this year I was voted to be the drum major of the marching and pep bands, but unfortunately due to COVID, I haven't been able to do much with that, but I still have high hopes for the end of the year. I'm not, like Ms. Matson said, I'm not 100% what my plan is for the future. Right now, I'm looking at applying to universities for a bachelor's in theater. We'll see where that takes me, but I do still love all the STEM field and everything. So I haven't decided on a university yet, but I do need to decide by May 1st. So if you get back to me in a couple of days, I can give you a definite answer. I'm so thankful for all the opportunities I've been able to have in our community, and I've really tried to take advantage of it in the best way possible. And the Oregon Coast will always have a special place in my heart, and I will remember all of my adventures here as I embark on my next journey in life. Thank you so much.
Yay. Thank you, Danica. Our next student of the month is Brian Velasquez Oliveira. Brian spent his first 3 years of high school in Mexico and joined us this year as a senior. He is a 4.0 student. His teachers report he is extremely hardworking. He is talked about often at boosters with his involvement in soccer, and he is very passionate about that. So I will let him share all about his life. Please welcome Brian.
Thank you. Hello everyone, my name is Brian. I'm 18 years old and I'm a senior at Newport High School. It is an honor for me to be recognized as Student of the Month and to have the opportunity to be before you today. This journey wasn't easy. I was born in Bend, Oregon, but moved to Mexico when I was after the first grade. For many years, I lived in Mexico. In fact, I studied there for several years. It is also there where my passion for soccer was born. In Mexico, I had the opportunity to play on several teams, and slowly but surely, I was able to improve my skills as a player. A little over a year ago, I decided to move back to the US in hopes of continuing my studies and my passion. In Newport High School, I was able to fulfill both wishes since I was given the opportunity to join the soccer team. With the help of my family, my teachers, and my coach, I was able to exceed my expectation in both my academic life and my athletic life. Thanks to all the support I've received, I was able to become a better player, student, and human being. About three weeks ago, I suffered an injury while playing for the Cubs. Towards the end of the match, something went wrong and I broke my left arm. My recovery has been slowly and painful. However, it's not stopping me fighting for my dreams. Even though English is my first language, I grew up speaking only Spanish, making communication a challenge for me. However, I've had a lot of support from everyone around me, especially my teachers. I will be forever grateful for all the support I've received from everyone in Newport High School and from my family as well, because without it, I wouldn't be speaking to you today. Thanks to them, I am now taking the first steps towards starting my college education while also being able to continue with my passion for soccer. I am planning on attending Southwestern Oregon Community College in Coos Bay and playing soccer for them. Thank you for being with me today and for listening to me. I wish you all a good rest of your day.
Congratulations, Brian. Nice job.
Thank you.
Right, well, congratulations, Danica and Brian. Excellent job. And once again, very deserving students of the month. So we thank you for taking your time to come and talk with us today and tell us about your plans. So as a thank you for speaking with us, we have a nice certificate for each of you. And we're also going to vaccinate 50 children against polio in each of your names. So thanks again and congratulations. Great job. Let's see, any other last minute announcements before we get into our secretary portion? I think Amy had her hand up first.
Yes, I have one for Newport High School Grad Night. We are thinking that we will be able to put on a Grad Night event for our seniors after graduation. So that's a safe, fun party that lasts all night. It will be in county. We are doing a raffle till May 21st. So if you want to buy a raffle ticket, they're at Roby's and they're $25 a piece. And you have a choice of one of the 5 items to choose and then put it in that bucket. And we'll draw on May 21st, Facebook Live. So if you have a chance and you'd like to support us, it would be a great way for the seniors to celebrate maybe the last time together.
Thanks, Amy. Boy, that's great news that you're able to have a grad night this year. I know last year students missed out on that, so that's exciting and a great cause to support. Let's see, Diane, I saw you had your hand up for an announcement too.
Yes, thanks, Freddie. Vocational Committee, May 12th. Amy will be our speaker. Her restaurant that she is supporting is Heroes. And Lola will be starting her new role early as the chair of the vocational committee, and she will be the host.
All right, thank you, Diane. Any other announcements before we move on? I don't see any. So I'll go ahead and turn it over to our secretary, Jim.
Thank you, President Freddie. It's another good meeting, even better than last week. We have 35 of 57 members organically, and I was multitasking and didn't get the makeups matched yet. So I apologize for that. But great job to the students of the month. I really enjoyed hearing about the exciting things going on at the high school. And Brian, you added some texture to that, as it were. So I really appreciate hearing from Danica, Brian, and everyone at Newport High School. Thank you so much. And congratulations to the students of the month. With that, I'm going to pass it over to Sonia for the big wheel and the 50. Oh, wait, there's the membership incentive, isn't there? So we'll randomly choose someone by putting a cursor somewhere on the screen without looking at it. And that person is Dr. Karen Gray. So along the lines of talking about Newport High School, membership incentive is Dr. Karen Gray, and sad trombones, or perhaps sad oboes, she's not here today. So membership incentive rolls over to next week. And with that, I'll pass it over to Sonia for the big wheel.
All right, well, we have $85 in the pot today, so the big winner will get $42.50. And here we go. Julie.
Yay, thank you.
All right, congrats, Julie.
I think that's the first time I've ever won.
Sounds like you were due then. That's great.
Yeah.
Let's see, John, do we have a social media award?
We do. And just a reminder, the next Tuesday is our board meeting. So I'll be sending out a Zoom invite for that tomorrow, but we have a board meeting on Tuesday. And this week's social media award winner is our Hall of Fame baseball coach, Ken Riley.
All right. Congrats, Ken.
Thank you. I'll donate that to Seize the Day.
All right. Let's see. Yeah, we've got a few more minutes. If anyone else has any announcements or wants to say something for the good of the order. Otherwise, next week, our first hybrid in-person meeting is on how businesses can protect their assets in this ever-changing world. Our presenter will be John Fick with Columbia Bank. So that ought to be a good one for our first hybrid in-person meeting next week. Hope to see everybody there. By the way, our trivia winners for the two hats were Jeff O and Claire Little. So congrats. All right, well, I guess we'll wrap things up a little early this week. Let's see, Jim, would you like to take us out with the 5-way test, please?
Absolutely. The 5-way test of the things we think, say, or do. First, is it the truth? Second, is it fair to all concerned? Third, will it build goodwill and better friendships? Fourth, will it be beneficial to all concerned? And fifth, is it fun? Thank you, everyone. Thank you for being here this week, and lovely to hear from people today. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Jim. So again, be looking for that email from John for the RSVP for next week's in-person meeting at Best Western, and hope to see you all there. Have a great rest of the week.